Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning. Down here, your traffic jockey in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center. Welcome to a Monday morning. Appreciate you joining us here after what was a terrific weekend. I mean, weather-wise, just didn't get much better than what we saw here around the Tri-State area. And speaking of the weather, Jon Rocco, we'll get a check of that forecast probably a little before 7:30. You know, we're a little bit late here this morning, just trying to get things up and running for probably a case of the Mondays, right? Like an office space. But it is relatively quiet out here on a Monday morning. Again, we're almost getting into not even the middle of summer, really still in the beginnings of it. But last week was a fairly heavily traveled vacation week. I imagine this week will be similar in nature. We have some issues, not issues, but changes to the George Washington Bridge. You see in the description on the YouTube channel. They're going cashless tolling now. It started yesterday. That is for the upper level. I believe the lower level will be coming sometime later on this summer. Also, the Lincoln Tunnel is supposed to go cashless sometime by the end of the year. And then there's really only one left, and that's the Holland Tunnel, which may be a little bit more of a challenge just because it's a gigantic office building really for the Port Authority that's on top of those toll plazas. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that in some capacity. But nonetheless, we are up and running now. The comments section is open. We are on YouTube and Facebook here this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. And this half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Spoke to Ralph this weekend. He is doing very well. Extremely busy as we expected for the summertime hours and summertime months, but he is doing well. And he passes his well wishes to all of our great viewers here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. I even told him, I said, you may see a few people come in and say they saw it on the show. He said, absolutely, have them come on in. So we thank Ralph for sponsoring the big broadcast here today. All right, so let's get to the action here this morning. We switch on over towards our maps. And, for the most part, we are doing pretty good. But I want to go out to Long Island because the Southern State Parkway looks to be a bit of an issue here this morning. So we are going to go there first with the situation from our friends over at Inform here this morning. It's going to be eastbound on the Southern out by exit 29. 2 lanes are shut down with an accident. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if it's the humidity or what's going on here. There's really not much humidity out there this morning. So saw something just came through. Anyway, so we know we have cameras there. So let's do that here. Time now is 7:17. Welcome to the big broadcast. 66 degrees and clear here in the central New Jersey area. Let's head over to this location. So it's just east of Route 135 or the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway for those who are keeping score at home. Unfortunately, the camera is out, so I don't know whether that's a result of the crash because they took it out, because sometimes Inform will take the cameras out of service if it's a serious situation. Here's the video. So this is closer to 135, really by Wantagh Avenue. So that's eastbound that comes towards us. So some major backups here east on that Southern State Parkway as you come in towards, really 107. It's just east of Route 135. Now you can see that delay extends, we're well back past the Wantagh Parkway. We're almost back to the Meadowbrook now, right around exits 23, 24. I think that's about as far as it goes back at this point. We'll see, how long this stays out there. This is out by the Meadowbrook. That's eastbound that heads away. Come on over here. It's not the greatest. The cameras will show it to you here by 25. Is going to be jam-packed. And again, probably here right at 106, right, exit 24, as I mentioned. That is where we're starting to, that's where we're picking up our delays here coming into that location. Let's see what the start time of this crash was. We are going to go 7 o'clock. So it was only about 20 minutes ago that took place here. So hopefully everyone is okay in this crash. But again, this is going to be shutting down 2 lanes. I may even go with, subject to closure sometimes when you see these big wrecks on these major highways, just to get some emergency personnel and the tow truck or what have you, to get that back up and running now. So again, the only thing that's important is that everyone is okay. So let's go to I want to see if the other camera on the opposite side of it here has any video. No, that's east on the left coming towards us. So now we're starting to see the westbound rubbernecking delays through that location. Let's try this camera one more time. I don't think that's going to work. No. You know what? I was thinking that maybe there was a secondary camera in this location, but I don't think there is. Yeah, this is at Hicksville Road. So exit 29. All right. So we've got 2 lanes shut there. So that's a major, major problem here east on the southern. Again, not really what you're expecting for the summertime hours, summertime time frame, I should say, for the morning ride. So that is really our tough spot here this morning around the tri-state area. The rest of Long Island is fairly clear. We might as well just stay here and just kind of run through it for you. West on the LI, a little heavy at Vets Highway, then again into Deer Park Avenue. And after that, just some light congestion here at exit 39 for the connector, but 135 as well as 106, 107, Meadowbrook and Wantagh is good. 20, 25A is fine. Vets Highway is good. Sunrise Highway, things are moving along nicely. LIE out to the east end, not a whole lot of action except for out to Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill, and to Bridgehampton is going to be a heavy ride. Again, what else is new? I mean, this is normally what we see for your morning commute. Let's go back in towards New Jersey now, and it is a fairly quiet morning across the board. We start up here in North Jersey on 17, 287 looks good. So does Route 80 and Route 4. Things are off to a good start there. Route 15, a little heavy here in the Jefferson area up at the Jefferson Diner. Just a little bit slow as we come in towards Route 80, but 46, Route 10, 202, 287. Friends, it doesn't get much better than this, even on Route 24. 80, 46, Hackettstown, 78. Again, very, very quiet conditions out here this morning on 202, 206, 287 in Edison, your Parkway, Driscoll Bridge through Union County, Essex County. Again, when it's we're in a summertime pattern here this morning when Essex County getting through East Orange and up towards Nutley looks great. Route 3 is moving along at a good clip. So is both ways to the Turnpike on the eastern spur and the western spur. Even the Turnpike through Elizabeth up to Newark is clear through Carteret. Again, it is hard-pressed to find much of any traffic through the Garden State down to the shore communities, the Parkway, Turnpike, 195, Route 9, all in good shape. The Parkway as we continue down through Toms River into Long Beach Island, all the way out through Atlantic City, Ocean City, Somers Point, Sea Isle City, Wildwood, Cape May. It is very, very clear and quiet. 347. Still with the delays here. This is mostly through that long-term construction. Getting onto westbound 76, but 4255 is all banged up there into the Turnpike, and then again in towards 295 and 295, a little slow here heading south at the Aljo curve. But friends, really, that is going to be about it for New Jersey. I want to take you over to the bridges and tunnels. As we mentioned, the upper level to the George has cashless tolling now in effect. You just drive on through, and we're looking at about 20 minutes there, about 20 at the Lincoln, and about 20 at the Holland. So, some of our volume is back here at the Hudson River crossings after, what was a fairly substantial vacation week, especially with 4th of July and last Monday. So, again, doing this a long time, my estimation is the fact that the George Washington Bridge really won't, the cashless tolling will help slightly, but it's not really until they actually take out the full toll plaza is, I think, where you will gain some time. Now, after this, after 6 months of this, and they may do a time study and it may only reduce it by 5 minutes. I don't know. I mean, really, a lot of the congestion happens on the city side of the bridge because there's nowhere to go. You can't expand it. You can't add more lanes. You have the apartments. You're going on. I mean, out to the Cross Bronx, they've redone the Alexander Hamilton Bridge countless times and, have tried to ease traffic on that side. But it's just volume is, you just you can't stop the volume really. So, but I think just the approaches getting into that upper level to the George, get better once the toll plaza disappears, because you go all the way to the far left, you get 3-4 toll lanes, and then you got to come all the way back to the right to jam into that fourth far left lane. That's where you run into accidents. That's where you run into problems. So, once they clear the toll plaza, I'm assuming we'll just put 4 travel lanes straight on through, and there's not going to be a merge. You're just going to keep on going. So, and then this again for the Holland Tunnel, part of it is it's also an iconic sign that says Holland Tunnel here. So I highly doubt that they're going to take this part of it out. Now, whether they take these toll plazas out here and leave the building, I'm not sure. That one's going to be an interesting one to do. The Lincoln Tunnel, certainly the tolls can go. I mean, that's just dropped in the toll plaza right before the tunnel. And even you could almost put the gantries right in here at the beginnings of the tunnel as well, heading inbound. So we shall see as far as how much that really plays a factor in the morning ride. Alexandra, good morning. All right. Let's see. Good morning. Drove up from the Shore House at 4:30 this morning, but it's a work from home day. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Work from home for the summer, right? So thank you, Alexandra. Glad you made it safely back to East Rutherford from the Shore. So good morning to you. Let's check out the New Jersey incident list. I know there's some emergency road work here on 34 at Alair Road. We've got a lane shut down there. And then now this is a new crash north on 287 at exit 36. I believe that there is a camera here this morning, so let's check that out in real time. Let's see. Where is you? Where is you? Where is you? Boy, it'd be nice if I could actually speak English this morning. Doesn't look like there's a camera there. So this is between exits about 36 and 37, give or take, north of 36. So watch for a lane being shut there. Looking at the maps, I don't believe it's going to be causing too much of a headache here this morning. It's going to be right in this stretch here. I'm sorry, right in here. So we'll monitor that to see if anything does arise here at 7:27. Okay, so we've got that in hand. Let's take a look at New Jersey Transit now, as my mouse is kind of wonky. Oh, that's why. Help if I cleared the mouse kind of ran into something here. It's squirrels. No squirrels, thankfully. Let's check this out. Morrison Essex line 747 Hackettstown arrivals 20 minutes late. Hudson Bergen light rail departure from West Side Ave to Tunnelly Avenue is canceled, and the 626 departure from Tunnelly Avenue to the west side is canceled at Newport because of mechanical issues. Okay, let's jump into path now, shall we? We'll see what the situation is here. Let's run this down. North World Trade, Square 33rd, resuming normal service. Crew resolved the earlier mechanical problems at Journal Square. Okay. So look for that. So a little bit tied up there. While we're on the transit theme, we might as well stick with the subways and trains here in NYC. We've got some delays on the 6 train, addressing a signal problem at Hunts Point Avenue in the Bronx. And we go to the F&G trains, running express from Church Avenue to Smith 9th Street while we address the signal problem at 7th Street. Okay. So we'll look for that. And the 4 and 5 express to local after a fire department extinguished a track fire near Astor Place. Urgent track repair. So we got some service changes on the 4, 5, and like partially the 6 train as well. Let's go to the rails now at 729. Let's see. Island Railroad is good. We've got some extra service on the Waterbury branch. New schedules in effect with 7 new weekday trains starting today. So many trains have adjusted departure times. Check the train time app on the schedule or the schedule before you leave. Okay. So that is some good news. Um, let's do a quick temperature check. We'll get to John's forecast at 45, but I just want to give you a quick check again. This is about a half an hour, 40 minutes old, but looking at Newark at 70, humidity at 73%. Farmingdale, Shirley, Gabreski. Look at Gabreski at 59 degrees. Really? Wow. Okay. Somerville coming in at 60 degrees. So pretty crisp, nice start. Trenton at 62, LaGuardia at 70, 69 at Kennedy. So that is really nice. Let's check out my favorites is Monticello. I'm going to bet that that's probably about 52. Take a wild guess. 57. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice and crisp. Nice little light jacket and very nice. And fair skies, 61 in Poughkeepsie and 59 at Orange County and 63 at Stewart. So off to a really pleasant start. We'll head to Montauk here this morning, looking at Montauk at 68, 59 at Gabreski again, 62 at East Hampton. And we'll take a look down the Jersey Shore, shall we? We'll check in with Wildwood at 61. Ooh, that's a nice start. Going out to Uncle Bill's Pancake House for a little breakfast. In the lower 60s here, 58 at Millville, 68 at Philadelphia, and 63 in Ocean City. All right, friends, we are at 7:30 now, and this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. My friend Darley Newman, and Travels with Darley is the proud sponsor of this half hour of the broadcast. You can go to darley-newman.com for more information on Darley's program. And I know, again, I've said this many times, is that, she is extremely active on Instagram, does a lot of stuff with reels and so forth. And she is off in Santa Fe filming on beginnings of her 10th season. So happy anniversary to Darley at 10 years there for Travels with Darley. So she's back in Santa Fe and put up some really cool stuff about glamping and kind of really fun stuff. So it should be an exciting episode. And I would imagine possibly that episode may air maybe sometime in the fall, but I'm not sure, depending on editing times and deadlines and so forth. But again, darley-newman.com is the place for any and all information for Darley Newman. All right. So where were we going to go here now? We wanted to go to Connecticut. Check in here this morning, see what the vibe is here on 95 in the Merritt. We've got just some delays here on 95, 26 through 11, really 26 through 6, and then 48 through 42 on the Merritt Parkway as the dog next door must be just getting up. So here we go on 95, again, from about, I'd say 26 down through 22. And then you get a little bit of a break here coming to Sherwood Island, 18 down through just about exit 6. The Parkway's heavy, 41 down to 37 or so. And then some more congestion coming into exit 44, but kind of, par for the course for this time of the morning. We go to Lower Westchester now, where the Hutch is fine. So it's 287 is in great shape, and the New England Thruway. Again, the Hutch a little heavy into North Avenue, but that's what we see for this time of the morning at 7:33. Tappan Zee Bridge is moving well, but the southbound Thruway a little backed up here at the Palisades into interchange 12. Just some light volume. Again, it's really just some light traffic to contend with. The Palisades is good. New York State Thruway, Route 6, 84 is fine. And the Beacon Bridge is looking good as well. And, even on a slow morning, you can't really outrun the traffic here on 84 going west into the Brewster area. But 684 also going to be in good shape as we come down in towards Katona. Let's jump over to New York City now. We'll run down the numbers for you. That page to load here this morning. So again, fairly quiet. And I use that word. Oh no. We've got north on the drive. Two lanes are shut. We're by 91st Street. Crash and broken down vehicle west on the LIE at Casino Boulevard. All right, so let's go to the maps. Let's zero in on that. Crash going north. North. I don't see anything here. If two lanes are out, there definitely would be traffic on the drive. Drive, leave the five. And even out to Casino Boulevard going west. One of these issues. Oh, this is at 5:30 this morning. They haven't updated this list in almost 2 hours. So both of those issues are gone. So, just our normal delays. Let's go. Let's just start off in Staten Island. I kind of like to keep the same pattern. Little sun glare here east on the Staten Island Expressway as we come into Victory Boulevard. West Shore Expressway, Outer Ridge, Goethals, Bayonne is good. Verrazano is fine. The belt looks terrific all throughout Brooklyn and parts of Queens. And then both ways here out by the airport is a little bit heavy. Inbound Gowanus. What else is new here? As you get through Industry City up to the Prospect, and then again in towards the BQE to the Brooklyn Bridge, Battery Tunnel, maybe about 5 minutes itself once you get there, but it's going to run you about 10 or so trying to get to that location. Lower East River crossings are fine. BQE heavy Queens Boulevard across the Kosciuszko Bridge. That also is par for the course, about 10 to 15 there at the Queens Midtown Tunnel, about 10 at the Ed Koch, and then north on the BQE heavy into the Grand Central, and the drive is heavy here. Heading south out by the FDR, by the RFK, I should say. Getting my political figures mixed up there in a moment. West of the Grand Central, a little bit heavy here at City Field, and then the LIE West, both ways here by the fairgrounds is heavy. East is really busy. Getting all the way out to the Cross Island and the Clearview. West on the Grand Central is heavy into the Kew Gardens interchange, inbound Jackie Robinson. That's a mess both ways of the Van Wyck is heavy here at Hillside Avenue. And then north as we come up in towards the Cross Island. Really the Cross Island itself. And I know the connection is lost here. Going north is heavy from the southern state on up to Hempstead Turnpike. And then again into the Grand Central. And the south is heavy here out at the LIE. Let's go to the Bronx. And this Whitestone Bridge is really busy. The Throgzek, I think, will save you a few moments of travel time. Again, not by much, but just a little bit less congestion there. South on the Bruckner is heavy, the Bronx River Parkway. West on the Cross Bronx, heavy into 3rd Avenue. Both ways of the Deegan out by Yankee Stadium is a slow ride. So is the West Side Highway, Henry Hudson Parkway off the George. But south on the Deegan is starting to crowd up here into the Mosholu, but the Bronx River Parkway is clear. And then north on the Bruckner is heavy coming in to the Hutch this morning out in by Pelham Parkway. Kind of just our regular stuff, really. Again, our big outstanding thing is this eastbound Southern State crash here. Out by exit 29 is still taking out 2 travel lanes. That's really the toughest of the spots here this morning. North on the Wantagh is starting to see some more delays into 106. I'm wondering if something's going on there. I don't really see anything. Yeah, there's some traffic coming up towards 106. We go to the Meadowbrook. That's a little bit heavy as well out to the northern state this morning. So again, be mindful of that. LIE is starting to pick up some more volume here at the connector and exit 39. So, just a bunch of volume through the city and Long Island and Connecticut. But again, that eastbound Southern State Parkway is really the issue in hand here this morning going east. Let's just do another fresh update there. So that is gone. Okay. So that is out of the way for us out by exit 29. So things are beginning to loosen up. As you go east of 135 this morning, Hudson Valley. Wow. There's no broken down vehicles on the Taconic or the Sawmill. It seems like every morning there's always some sort of an issue, something going on, right? So, we're fairly in good shape here all across the board. So let's do this while it's fairly slow. Let's show a couple cameras now. We'll show you a couple of key parkway cameras in New Jersey. Here by the Driscoll Bridge. So that's the Driscoll Bridge itself. Fairly good order. Traveling north here this morning, looking good. We'll come up into Union, out by the Union Tower this morning. And again, our typical Bacchanal traffic going south as we get into that long-term construction. Hopefully someday the Parkway will go cashless tolling as well and get rid of this ugly toll plaza. Just get rid of it. It's time. You know, you're still charging the toll, and for the price of the toll, they should be, just put the gantries up there and just have everybody go on through. Just how many times is this toll plaza? I mean, granted, it's driver stupidity, really. I mean, going too fast to the toll plaza. We've seen, cars at the toll plaza and major car fires, whatever. And especially here. I mean, come on. I mean, really, do we have to sit behind this for 10 minutes as somebody who's trying to find 75 cents? Just go on through. It's time. Let's just do it. The part that scares me is the fact that they could put these gantries up, these electronic tolling things anywhere. Like they could drop a toll on your county road if they wanted to. I mean, the technology is there. We are at the point where technology has absolutely, gotten into that area where, they could do a toll plaza at any point. So they could toll you to go down your driveway if somebody wanted to do it, right? Happen, but you never know. I mean, charge for air next, but the Wawa, does Wawa charge for air? I don't think they do. I think Wawa is free. I think Quick Check charges for air. I think so. But always have that tire gauge. I digress. That's all important. And definitely check it's not lightning. That's just the camera. That's the turnpike down by the Delaware Memorial Bridge. Let's go to Molly Pitcher. Show you that. So it's a nice, bright, sunny day. Good looking start here on the turnpike through this part of Middlesex County. Fairly comfortable drive, even in towards 11 for the plaza here at the Parkway. So nice sunny day. It would actually be a real nice day to head down the shore. Probably not a whole lot of issues getting out to Point Pleasant and whatnot, trying to find parking and so forth. And, you're in a summertime pattern when you're out by 14 and Newark Liberty, that's north on the far left, is going to be in great shape. And again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley. Let's go to the comments here. Antiana, yes. Buenos dias. Wishing a very squirrel-free week. Yes, I concur on that. Knock on my hard head or just whatever wood that the desk is made of. So far, so good. That the new roof and everything that comes along with the new roof has certainly paid off as far as squirrels vacating. And it's interesting too, we'll come up to weather here, I guess, with this, but it's interesting, before that, squirrels were running around my complex. There must have been, I don't even know, hundreds. I don't, this probably an overestimation, but a fair substantial amount of the little furry friends. And as soon as the crew started working on the building, completely vacated. I mean, I have not seen one in like weeks. So I'm not sure if they just got scared off. Fine with me. Let them go chew up somebody else's place, because it was a real nightmare for years. But so happy that management took care of the problem. So I mean, if the squirrels get through with the work that they did, they deserve to get in. Send them up a meal if they're actually able to get in after all that work that they did, because it was some job that they did. So we are squirrel free here at this hour. All right, so 7:45 hours of time. Let's take a look at the forecast here from our good friend Jon Rocco. John says the play went well, and He will be hopefully back with us in the Weather Center tomorrow. So I'm dutifully stepping in for the accomplished Jon Rocco, our meteorologist and trainee from Rutgers University in beautiful Piscataway, New Jersey. Follow him at Jon Rocco WX on Twitter and Facebook. So let me see 5 golden suns across the board here this morning. So just a beautiful start. As you saw some of the early temperatures we showed you about 20 minutes ago, temps into the mid to upper 50s to lower 60s to maybe closer to about 70 degrees, depending on where you go here today. Let's take a look at some of those temperature gradients across the board. Around lower 70s here to mid 60s in towards western portions, Trenton, Camden, up towards Newton and Sussex County, lower 60s there. So really a refreshing start. Nice sea breeze coming off the water, Atlantic City, Lakewood into the mid 60s. Same thing here into the 5 boroughs. Not a whole lot of change here to our temperature gradient this morning. Out towards Long Island, again, you saw 59 in Gabreski there, and also looking at 65 in Islip, 63 in Shirley, and getting closer to 65, 66 in the Westbury area. Hudson Valley, we did see the temperature about 57 or so in Monticello, so that's a nice crisp start. 63, 64 in Middletown, it's about 65 Poughkeepsie. Same thing in Patterson and Yonkers into the mid 60s, and also holding strong here into the mid to upper 60s throughout southwestern Connecticut. Let's take a look at our temperatures today. Just a beautiful day on tap, sunshine for all. Temps getting up into the mid 80s, a little cooler towards the shore points, 77 in Cape May, probably into the mid to upper 70s along the shore areas in New Jersey, Point Pleasant, Long Beach Island, Atlantic City. Probably just a beautiful time to be out and about at the shore. Same thing on the South Shore of Long Island, about 80 in Islip, out to the Hamptons into the mid 70s or so. South Shore of Connecticut, same thing, just hovering right around 80. But as you go further west and inland off the water, it starts to warm up fairly nicely. 87 in Trenton, 86 in Andover, and 86 in Central Park. Let's talk to you about the potential for some weather events for the rest of the week. Looking at an evening thunderstorm threat tomorrow as the humidity starts to crank up tomorrow and the temperatures also start to rise. We'll show you that in the 7-day coming up in a moment. Another chance for some storms is on Thursday, but Wednesday and Friday is going to be looking pretty good. Let's take a look at that exclusive 7-day weather forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, 86 today in golden sunshine. Get out and enjoy. Starts to cook up to about 93 tomorrow with that evening storm threat. And when we see the temperatures crank up to those kind of lower 90s and the humidity starts to get jacked up a bit, the potential is certainly there for maybe some stronger storms. So stay tuned tomorrow to the Tri-State Traffic Show at 7 a.m. and also onto John's Facebook and Twitter pages. 91 on Wednesday, 85 with another chance of those afternoon storms on Thursday. 84, 85, respectively, Friday, Saturday. Another chance for afternoon storms on Sunday. So we're solidly in the summertime pattern, which is very, very nice. What is this, July 11th? You got to figure in through about 4 months or so. We're coming up in November, just before Thanksgiving. And we'll be looking for where these temperatures are. Let's see, some of the best weather is, September, October, where it's into the mid 70s in the afternoon. It gets down into the upper 40s to about 50 at night. So, yeah, turn off these air conditioners. But anyway, I digress. So 68 degrees here in central New Jersey at 7:48. We'll have another check of your forecast coming up in less than 30 minutes. And once again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley. My friend Darley Newman heads all around the world, so kind of you don't have to, or if you do, you know where to go. Her great program, Travels to Darley, airs on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. You can follow her and her travels at darley-newman.com. Also, most of the time where I see the program is on Wednesdays, kind of a double header, double feature on NYC TV. It's channel 25 over the air. Not sure what it is on the cable systems, but that's at 1:30, and that PBS Create at 5:30. She is off shooting her new season, her 10th season. So 10 years for Darley. Fantastic stuff. Darley Newman, 10 years with Travels with Darley. So congratulations to her. Again, she's very active on Twitter and Instagram. I'm trying to bring up her Twitter page because she was posting a whole lot of stuff here this weekend for a couple of different things that were happening for her Santa Fe show. Let me see if I can bring that in here. What do we want to do? I want to go here or bring that back into the stream, and we take that. Oh, where is this? Hold on. I'll find it. There we go. There is some Darley fans that she's so nicely taking a picture with. There we go. She's in New Mexico. And again, she's very, very active on Twitter and Instagram. This is what a bathroom would look like if you were glamping. So washing your hands outside, kind of cool stuff there. There she is hanging out at what's to be a glamping situation. Never been glamping, let alone camping. And then there she is on horseback. She does a lot of accomplished rider of horses. And this was the what I wanted to bring up. So tomorrow she has this program on Facebook. It's a live event, cocktails and cornbread from Santa Fe. So this is at 8:30 Eastern tomorrow. Facebook.com Travels with Darley. So head on over there to throw up a RSVP there. And she's coming to you from Santa Fe, New Mexico with Chef Jose Fernandez. So that should be a fun live stream. Again, that's Cocktails and Cornbread live from Santa Fe tomorrow at 8:30, facebook.com/travels with Darley. And you can join the fun that Darley will be having there from the, let's see, was it from the Four Seasons Santa Fe. Very nice. Darley rolling in style. Very, very nice at the Four Seasons. So yeah. So go ahead and see if you can join that program. We want to, you know what? Let me just do this while I'm here. Let me save that to the favorites in the favorites section. All right, friends, it's 7:52. Let's go back to New Jersey and work our way around. There's our normal progression here. So now we've got a crash on westbound 3 over Broad Street in Clifton. Let's check out that ride, see what that is, how things are being tied up there. So that's just west of the Parkway. That's fairly substantial, that delay here this morning. Let me am I going to show me anything? Yeah, that's out by the Parkway. So it's just west of the Parkway. Before Route 46 is where we're seeing our heaviest of our traffic here this morning. Oops, the camera just went out. So let's zoom in on that area for you as I do that here this morning. Let's take a quick pause. I just need to go to fridge and get some water. I forgot to bring the water out to the set, so I'll be right back. All right, friends. Sorry about that. Yeah, I knew I forgot something this morning, other than getting up on time. But anyway, so yeah, so just be careful coming out of Nutley and Bloomfield here this morning, west on Route 3. It's going to be a mess getting out to the 46 interchange with that crash still being cleared. Hopefully, once they finish this road work, that they'll put some more cameras right in here. Need about 5 or 6 of them on a consistent basis. So that's the only crash that I'm dealing with. And now picking up some volume west on 80 into Patterson, right around, I'd say 20 or so. And then 21 getting up into 20. That's a mess. South on 208 is heavy here as you get out towards Maple Avenue. And then east on Route 4, a little heavy out by Hackensack Avenue. But other than that, now the Parkway, we're starting to build some more traffic, maybe a few late arrivers to the party out by exit 148, both ways at 280 here. This morning, a little heavy at the Stickle Drawbridge. West on 78, it's a little heavy in Union through Vauxhall Road. And then west on 24, starting to see some more traffic as you get west of the Short Hills Mall. Now, north on the Parkway, we're seeing a ton of congestion here this morning. I'm wondering if something may have... No, it's just heavy getting through 35 up to 136, really, into 137, 136, 7 up through 138. South is heavy here through the long-term repair in Union. The Turnpike is fine. You know, Western Jersey looks good, except for the drive both ways here. Out into Parsippany along Route 80, out at 287. It's going to be a bit of a sluggish go for you. Here, north on the Parkway, we're picking up some delays as well in the Toms River area out through Lakewood this morning. Really, you know, in Brick from exits about 89 up through 91. You know what we do? Let's go to Parkway camera here at 756. We'll do a quick reset here at the top of the hour as we bring everybody up to speed here on Facebook and YouTube this morning. I want to see the camera at 136. It's probably looking south in Clark, just on the chance that I can see. Yeah, that's north on the far left. Hope the Parkway changes this camera out or just has somebody in the maintenance yard, which is right here. Let's go up a little bit of a little Windex or something, just to give that camera a little bit of a clearer view, right? But you know, just some light congestion, I think, just coming off the I don't think the bridge really has an official name in Cranford, so we'll call it the Cranford Bridge, right? Why not, right? Heading north into 137 for North Ave in Cranford, out by the Wawa and Quick Check. So a little bit sluggish there, just to keep that in mind, especially if you're heading up in towards the Newark Liberty area. Let's just see what else we've got. You know what? Let's give you the rundown of our Hudson River crossings before we get to the top of the hour this morning. And so about 15 or so to George. Now, whether the cashless tolling has anything to do with that, possibly. I mean, what are you going to do? Save a minute or two, really? But I don't know. And, you know, it's a good marker to do it during the summer instead of the middle of the fall when everyone is back. But 20 at the Lincoln, about 20 at the Holland Tunnel. So, you know, fairly par for the course ride, you know. Quite honestly, a lot of this is, you know, a lot of the congestion is really the traffic coming off of the bridge. You know, the bridge can handle for the most part, most of the traffic. But it's really just coming off of the bridge is where we see those delays passing the major Deegan. Let's do this. Let's see if we've gotten some fresh numbers from our friends over at NOAA this morning. And, well, they're slowly trickling in here. So starting to heat up a little bit here, 73 at EWR. Somerville is already up to 66. 71 in Teterboro, 62 at Shirley. That's an hour old. Kennedy coming in at 72 now. Connecticut. We go to Bridgeport at 70. Tweed New Haven at 73. 67 in Westchester County, White Plains Airport. Let's take a look at the South Jersey list. Allentown, Lehigh at 67, 68 in Philadelphia, 64 at the Northeast Airport there. But again, those are an hour old. We want some fresh numbers there in Trenton at 67 degrees. Let's head out to the East End. We'll check out the deal there. And, you know, East Hampton Town Airport, 69 degrees, 62 in Shirley. Again, that was an hour old. Montauk at 71. We'll check out the Cape May list. And most of these reporting stations still an hour old, so we'll just come off of that. All right, friends, let's do this now. Adjust this. Hi, everybody. Good morning. We're in the Hawaiian shirt here this morning for the Tri-State Traffic Show on a Monday. Casual. It's a little warm in the my camera may have moved. I want to bring it in. No, I want to go back this way a little bit. There we go. Let's just see. Accidentally just bang the hit the camera very lightly. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Now your traffic jockey here at 8 a.m. on a gorgeous sunny Monday morning. Great way to start off the week. Thank you so much for joining us here on the big broadcast. And for the most part, we're fairly quiet around the region. Even trains are playing nicely here this morning. So, we're off to a very comfortable start. Hopefully had a great weekend. Again, we are on Facebook and YouTube. Post up a comment. We'll put you on the air. Let us know what you did for the weekend. Yankees and Mets. Actually, Yankees lost both games to the Red Sox. Kind of a heartbreak fashion on Saturday, with 6-5 loss in 10 innings, but then kind of got shellacked yesterday, 11-5. So 2-game losing streak for the Yankees. They're probably like, wow, what's going on? Mets, I think, lost as well yesterday for the Sunday game. But again, both are still in first place and handily. So I don't think there's terribly too many issues to contend with. And we are a week away from the Home Run Derby, one of my favorite events of the year. And the All-Star Game is next Tuesday, the 19th. That's in Los Angeles. So I think they announced the starters. I just don't remember offhand who the starters are for the Mets and the Yankees. I know there's definitely a few for the All-Star balloting. I always remember watching This Week in Baseball. They always had the cards where you'd vote for your favorite player to be on the All-Star team. So All-Star Game I always thought was a fairly fun situation. So again, we're fairly quiet. Let us know what you did for the weekend. Good morning, Auntie Anna and Alexandra. And Alexandra says, liking the Hawaiian shirt, says it's making me excited for the honeymoon going to Hawaii. Yeah, okay. Very, very nice. Hawaii, one of my favorite places on the planet. It is so spectacular. What islands do you think you're going to be going to? I've been to the Big Island, Oahu, and Kauai. And it's really just, it's just stunning. It's just amazing. You just can't believe that there's a place exists like Hawaii. Just an amazing place, and just a lot of fun, so much to explore, and just absolutely beautiful. The weather is just absolutely perfect. Let's just see here. Let's see. 5 days in Waikiki and 5 days in Kauai. Excellent. Kauai is the Garden Isle, so you're going from the Garden State to the Garden Island, and you'll see why once you get there with the foliage, and it's unbelievable. I believe that's one of the wettest part of Hawaii, other than the Big Island on the I don't want to get my Hawaiian terms, not the windward side or the leadward side. I don't quite get those which side is what, but I'll go northeast, south, and west kind of a deal. But the Big Island of Hawaii, it's the west side. I believe it's the driest in Kona. That's where they have all the coffee and so forth. And then the east side is really a little more soggier, little more rain. So, Kauai is absolutely beautiful. You will certainly enjoy that. Same thing with Oahu. So much to see. And if you get a chance, there's if I can remember, I'll have to see if I can remember it for this week, Alexandra. I'll let you know about it. It is a tour that they do Oh gosh, I can't remember offhand. Let me just come off of me. Let me see if I can find it. Um, Trying to remember what the name of the tour was. It was a small tour company, and they took you through Schofield Barracks and Pearl Harbor, and really interesting stuff. Um, really give you a good insight. And you actually ate. I think we actually ate lunch at the Schofield Barracks, but Home of the Brave tour or something like that. I have a DVD that we bought. I'll see if I can find that and pass that along to you if that's something of interest to you and your future husband. But it's yeah, just an amazing place. But that I don't know if you're taking the United flight from Newark to Honolulu, 11, what was it, 11 hours or so, um, something like that. And yeah, that was that was a long flight. It's the longest. That's the longest I've been on a plane ever. Um, but so speaking of flights, let's just now we're talking about that and looking to get out of town. Hopefully the flights are all on time and you don't run into any issues. But I think you're not going until towards the end of the year, correct? Where's my FAA? There it is. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than this as far as weather. Look at this. The whole Northeast is solidly in the green across the board. So are looking good. And really, unfortunately, it's just the staffing issues that we do see from the airlines that are still having a lot of trouble with keeping the staffing levels at a certain degree of obviously for safety, most important. But I just want to switch the banner. So again, this half hour is sponsored by Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, crimeforvanillabeancreamery.com. Let's see. Alexander says, recommendations welcome. We're starting to look at excursions, flying direct from Newark via United. That's right. Oh, stopping LA on the way back. So our flight was already changed once. Really interesting. So maybe it's best that you are flying nonstop on the way out and coming back to LA on the way back. Hopefully they will have their, the airlines will have the situation a little bit better under control than they do now. But, once you're in the air, I mean, if it's a nonstop, the next stop is Honolulu. So that's great. You don't have to worry about any delays on the ground. But, yeah, that United flight's a good flight. And then stopping in LA on the way back. I don't know if you've been to LA as well. I've been there many times. That's a lot of fun. First of all, just trying to navigate. Talk about traffic. I should really switch over because the time difference will put me right in the heart of rush hour, right at 9 o'clock, and do from 9 to 11, another 2 hours for LA. We'll see. Maybe that's something we get because they have a very good DOT, CalDOT does a nice job with the cameras and so forth. So who knows? Maybe we'll see if we can do something like that. All right, so let's go back to the action here this morning in New Jersey. We've got a sinkhole on 181 south of Sparta Avenue. The shoulder is closed, and it's not really going to tie up traffic terribly. West on Route 3, we still have that crash just west of the Parkway to contend with. That's going to be right in here. Again, this is mixing in with normal traffic west on Route 3 that usually gets hit hard coming into the 46 interchange. So, another 10 minutes probably needed there. Parkway seeing a lot of traffic in either direction, south into 147, then north from 148 up in towards about exit 150 or so. 280 both ways at the Stickle Drawbridge is heavy. And we're seeing a lot of traffic here on 80 going west to 280 and then east into 287. And let me bring up some of the cameras here this morning. Take a glimpse of what the deal is here on Route 80. Route 80 here at Parsippany 202. See if this camera is working. So that's eastbound heading away. A little sun glare working into the picture as well. And that's exiting for 287, but that's just kind of what we normally do see. Let's show you out by Route 20 now. Let's check out the vibe here. That's a fairly substantial ride, and that's going west here on the far left into Madison Avenue at 50. Yeah, west here is a little bit heavy. Out to Route 19 now. That camera's out, and Anna's favorite road, Squirrelwood Road, right? So unfortunately, that camera is not working. Let's go to the Parkway cameras. Let's take a look at some of those delays through Bloomfield. It's going to be right in here. This is south that comes towards us out to Bloomfield Avenue. This is on the opposite side looking north. Actually, north's a little bit better than south. Late here at 147. That's seeing a lot of traffic coming into 280. I wonder if nothing's happening here at 280, but maybe it's just before it. A little something there that's just not coming into play here this morning. So I don't know if anybody's watching us on Facebook here this morning. You can put up a comment. I just got a notice here saying that I may not be able to see the comments, but I think we're good because we have YouTube and Facebook pages just saying so. I'm not sure why I keep getting that error message, but yeah, Alexander, if anybody has any recommendations, certainly leave those in the comments for her or post them up here live if you're watching on the live show. As far as recommendations for Hawaii, actually, if you're honestly, Hawaii 5-0 on Fridays they usually show a marathon on Ion TV. So I don't know if you're a fan, Alexander, of Hawaii 5-0, but it certainly gives you a nice overview of a little bit of the lay of the land as far as Hawaii is concerned. I get an idea of what you're kind of looking at in certain places, because they film all over the islands, especially Oahu, and also Magnum PI, which just got picked up, which is great for seasons on NBC, but it's going to be shorter seasons, only 10 episodes instead of 23. So, but hey, we'll take 10 over 0. Looks like something's going on here on 206 here. This is going to be, let's just see here. Where is this? Dun, 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 dun. By Flanders Netcong Road. Trying to pick up a landmark for you by the Village Shop. It's been a while since it's been out this way in Flanders. So there's definitely something going on here south of Chestnut Way. South of Drakesdale Road. So that's really crowded. Now, again, coming down through this section just south of Route 80 is usually fairly busy to begin with. But again, tied up here getting into the Flanders area along 206. So that I'm going to say is a new situation. Let's go here. A couple more things popping off here. North on the Turnpike is pretty heavy from 10 up to 11. I wonder if they're setting up that road work on the outer roadway. They're switching off inner outer roadways here at 812. I wonder if they're setting up that a little bit early, and that's why things are a bit crowded there. 287 a little heavy over by Route 1. South on the Turnpike is fairly busy here this morning. This is coming in towards just south of where are we? South of 9. I'm going to say around 8A, but let's go to the cameras here this morning. We'll take a look at that in real time. We want to go to the Turnpike cameras. There we go. This Turnpike 8A. This is probably the toll plaza. Yeah, this is by the rest area. Looks good to me. Let's go north of 10. That's at the toll plaza again. I wish the Turnpike Authority will put the cameras up that are not at the toll plaza. Even if it's another page or something, because looking at the toll plaza for the most part doesn't do much for you. This is north of 11. Traffic is going to be looking good this morning. Let's see what we've got. So, yeah, I think something may be going on here out by the Kilmer Rest area. We'll keep an eye on that to see if anything develops. Let's go back to the incident list just in the chance that something popped up here. And yeah, here it is. Outer roadway south of 8A. southbound into 8A, just north of that is a crash taking out one lane. So go with the inner roadway through that stretch. And that's okay. That's kind of what I was thinking, that there had to be something going on, because it shouldn't be any kind of road work or anything as well. But again, that's southbound. That's a really heavy ride there. So be careful. So go with the car lanes if you can. Is going to be the much better drive this morning. Again, short points looking pretty good, except for in Brick out through 89 up through 91 is going to be a little bit slow. Let's see, Anna. Let's see, has Darcy done a Hawaii episode? Not sure what you mean there, Anna. Who is Darcy? Let me know, and we'll see if they've done an episode, which I did a Hawaii episode. But anyway, so we'll get back to Anna in a moment. Let's talk to you about our weather conditions here. And, it doesn't get much better than this. Almost feels a little Hawaii-esque to a degree with the golden sunshine. We've got 5 golden suns across the board for the entire tri-state area. Let's take a look at our temperature gradient here between 67, between the mid to upper 60s to right around 70 degrees across the board this morning. So, it really is just a really pleasant start, actually fairly comfortable this morning, and is in great shape all across the board. So, it's really a nice crisp start to a degree, if you want to call it that. Especially up to the north, up towards Sussex County. It is going to be in fairly good shape here. Type in something here very quickly. Give me 1 second. I need to just refresh this page. Come on, this mouse doesn't want to work. Help. It worked. So, anyway, I digress. What am I doing? Just lost my place. Oh, so let's go back to the temperature. Sorry about that. The mid 60s to right around 70 degrees here in the 5 boroughs as we continue over towards the island, now getting closer in towards the lower 70s. So in certain spots into the, into the lower 60s. But again, it's really just a comfortable start here in Westchester, Orange, Dutchess, Putnam counties. Orange County looks great into the mid 60s on average across the board. Same thing in southwestern Connecticut. So a nice crisp start to the morning ride. And again, as we get further into the week, you're probably going to be wanting this weather to be back with us, because it's going to get fairly humid. We go towards today, so get out and enjoy sunshine for all. Just a great day to be out at the beach. Bring a nice sub sandwich, or depending on where you are, hoagies or grinders or whatever you call a nice big sandwich. Nice turkey sandwich, little light mayo, some olive oil and vinegar, some lettuce, tomato, a little honey mustard to add a little something, a little pickle. Ooh, that's good. With a nice refreshing iced tea. I will take it. So temps here, into the mid to upper 80s as you get west in towards the Trenton and Cherry Hill areas. Definitely going to cook up there, but nice short sea breeze, shore breeze, 77 in Cape May, 80 in Islip, 81 in New Haven. Actually, I'm going to be going to the car show today, so hopefully we'll be able to bring some video and some footage. I'm hopefully going to be able, depends on how much music they're playing, whether I'm actually able to do a whole video on channel. We'll see. I may have to do some editing to take out some of the music, but hopefully my voiceover will drown out some of the music at the car show over in Linden, New Jersey, over at the Aviation Plaza Shopping Center. That's from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you're out and about, come on out. I think I'm probably going to get there between 5:30 and 6. You'll see the red Cadillac. It says Odon on the license plate. come on over and say hello if you happen to be in the area. Let's take a look at the weather threats for the next couple of days. Again, our next chance of some rain is tomorrow evening because temps are really going to start to cook up. We'll show you that in the 7-day weather forecast at 8:45. And then on Thursday, we've got a chance for another shot of some afternoon storms. Let's see here. So yeah, we'll take another check here in less than 30 minutes time. Let's talk to you about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery and my friend Ralph over at the shop. Really doing an amazing job there. I spoke to him this weekend on Saturday night, and he is doing very, very well. I said, you may see a few people come in, some viewers. He said, absolutely, send them on up. And for some great ice cream. So this is located at 22 North Avenue West, or Route 28 in your GPS. It is a state highway right across from the historic Cranford train station off the Raritan Valley line of New Jersey Transit. Literally just get off the train, depending on which way you're going. You may have to cross the streets or just kind of come around underneath the overpass. But nonetheless, he's located right across there from the historic clock in beautiful Cranford. And CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website. Look at all this great ice cream, the cotton candy, vanilla super crunch, the grasshopper, as well as the core 3, as he calls it, the vanilla chocolate strawberry. Just absolutely delicious stuff. You know, it just doesn't get any better than the ice cream that Ralph puts in the case. I mean, all handmade, homemade, really just outstanding stuff. Here's another shot of the dipping case. Coffee, vanilla super crunch, again, Cookie Monster, M&M Explosion, just delicious stuff. Also has these great treats, the flying saucers and the chip witches. Nice, just little quick pick-me-up frozen dessert, frozen delight. So he also has the cakes as well. The all-occasion cakes, just that classic ice cream cake with the pillowy soft vanilla chocolate ice cream with the crunchies in the middle. Getting hungry, and I already had breakfast, so I don't know why I'm so hungry. But yeah, so definitely head on over to Ralph and the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Again, 908-272-3000 is the phone number, and 22 North Avenue West is the location. And Cranford and Ralph will be extremely happy and welcome to see you at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. All right, so let's go back to the action here this morning. And Anna, I saw your comment. I apologize. I just want to get through the sponsorship. Let's just see here. Sorry, I may have gotten her name wrong. One of your sponsors said, oh, Darley. Yeah, Travels with Darley. You know, that's a good question, Anna. I'd have to look at the episode list, but for some reason I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I'd have to look at the episode list. I'll do some more research on that, and I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. See what I can find out from Darley. But that's a good question. Whether she's got whether she's had a program on Hawaii. I would imagine if she did, I would imagine it's probably a 2 or 3 or 4-parter, right? one of the 3 or 4, because it's a lot to cover. There is a ton of stuff that is going on as it's starting to cook up as well here in our area. We still have delays here on 55 and 42 in Deptford this morning. That's kind of normal stuff. The Delaware River crossings, you know, we're in fairly decent shape across the board. It's the southbound turnpike, the outer roadway, looking at this crash in the truck lanes just before 8A this morning. So you want to watch for that, and just stay with, if you're coming off of Route 18, get into the car lanes there, are going to be the much easier ride. Parkway through Monmouth County is good. Turnpike. Turnpike starting to see some more traffic into 13. And our typical delays here on the Parkway through Bloomfield. Same thing along 80 both ways. And 80 really getting busy at a Rockaway from about 35 into 39 all the way out to 42. So extra travel time needed there. Also both ways of 17 getting hit hard here at Essex Street in Lodi. Same thing on both ways of 4 at Hackensack Avenue. That is a pretty busy ride as well. Let's go to the Hudson River overturned dump truck now. This is something new. So what is this? Crash overturned dump truck in the Turnpike northbound exit ramp at 13. Oh boy. Look at the cameras there. See if we have anything. I know there's a camera at 13, but whether they can see anything or not, I'm not sure. Must be right in here off that northbound side getting into the toll plaza. It doesn't look like it's really tying up traffic terribly, but just be careful coming off of the exit ramp there. Again, keep that in mind. West on 4 east of Bell Avenue in Teaneck, we got a lane shut down there. There's your crash in South Brunswick on the truck side of things. Let's go to the city now, and we'll check out the vibe here this morning. No matching records, so that's good news. We will, we're on the Bronx, might as well just stay here. South on the Deegan, pretty heavy from the Mosholu down into the Cross Bronx. Cross Bronx, kind of normal stuff here at the Bronx River Parkway. Same thing on the Bruckner South. Northbound Bruckner up to the Hutch is busy by Pelham Parkway. Throgsek and Whitestone are awfully crowded as well, and the FDR Drive is heavy from 125th all the way down into the lower 60s. Same thing on the west side. That's going to be a busy ride. Let's show you the Hudson River crossings now. Again, we're cashless tolling here for the upper level to the George Washington Bridge that took effect yesterday, and maybe about 10 to 15 there, about 15 at the Lincoln Holland. So we're still solidly in our summertime pattern. Typical delays through Queens on the BQE south of the Kosciuszko Bridge to the Brooklyn Bridge, really both ways here. Inbound Gowanus up into the Prospect is heavy, but the belt is looking pretty good all throughout Brooklyn. Both ways of the Staten Island Expressway, fairly slow here out by Victory Boulevard. And I'm wondering if something happened off the upper level. Well, this thing construction now. Verrazano. So let's go to the city cameras here. Let's just do our 9 box. Let's do that. I think is going to be the easier here must be coming off the upper level. It looks fairly heavy there. Maybe some early road work setting up into Staten Island. West Shore Expressway at Bloomfield Avenue is good. Highland Boulevard, Arden Avenue, things are fine there. SIE Clove Road is good. That's the outer bridge back to Jersey. Highland and Midland, the things are fine there. Staten Island Expressway at Richmond Avenue, a little backed up there going east. And the West Shore over by Frisk Hills Creek, just before Arden Avenue, is moving along fine. Let's go to our Brooklyn cameras. Some little H2O here. And we'll take a look down there so I don't drop it on the mixing board and then have bigger problems than the squirrels. So we go to the BQE here. The ramp from the Gowanus is obviously tied up, and that seems like we show you that picture every morning. East of the Belt, getting a little busier now out by Flatbush Avenue. Inbound on the BQE through the Trench at Sackett Street is heavy. South here at the Brooklyn Bridge is heavy. Inbound side of the BQE here at Atlantic Avenue is definitely busy. Let's take a look at the BQE here going south this morning, heading out to the Williamsburg Bridge. Inbound Gowanus is loosening up a little bit here out by through Industry City at 37th Street. This is actually the Prospect. That's the inbound side to the BQE is actually moving fine. It's just really across the top of the world is going to be a solid ride. Manhattan traffic, and this is kind of normally what we see here this morning. This is the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge on the left, about 15 minutes there. Midtown traffic, kind of normal 5th and 7th Avenues. FDR is just jammed here as you head out to the RFK all the way down into the 90s and extends down through, I'd say, the upper 50s or so now. FDR Drive at the Brooklyn Bridge exit looks pretty good. Henry Hudson here at 125th is fine. So is the Henry Hudson 96 West Street at the Intrepid. Also moving along at a nice pace. We head to the Bronx now, and we take a look at the Bruckner this morning. That's heading south, looking pretty good until you get to the Hunts Point Drawbridge, which is here at the Bronx River Parkway. The BRP there on the far right at 174th Street is, looks pretty good to me. Cross Bronx here at Webster Avenue is fine. So is the Deegan at Willis Avenue. Heading north is a little bit busy. Henry Hudson at 232 is a little bit slow as well. This is the Cross Bronx out by the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. That really looks good. And the Deegan South here at 230th Street is going to be a little bit slow. Let's go to the Queens cameras now. We will check that out this morning. We'll see what we're up against. The belt at 158th in Jamaica is a little bit sluggish, especially going west this morning. Actually, this is going to be, they consider this the belt, so why it says south? I mean, the belt is part of the Cross Island, so figure out which direction that is. That's west, heading away. Grand Central here, westbound here, 188's busy. BQE at Broadway looks pretty good. So does the ride on the LIE here at Queens Boulevard. That's moving really well. So is the LIE at the BQE. Jackie Robinson Forest Park is clear both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside is heavy but moving at the GCP interchange. Kew Gardens there on the left is fine. And then the Whitestone Expressway at 14th Ave, that's going to be a busy ride heading up into the Whitestone Bridge. So again, kind of our normal delays across the board here for our city viewers. Again, 8:30 is their time. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Don here, the traffic jockey in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center. A little warm here in the traffic center this morning. I don't know why. I should have left the fan on or opened up the window. But we are sponsored by this half hour by Travels with Darley. You can find Darley's program on PBS Parade, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey, and go to her website, darley-newman.com, for more information. All right, so we're checking out the scene here out on Long Island. Go to the incident page. Just want to check in to see if there's any outstanding incidents here this morning. Thing is cropped up at all. Northern State, misplaced commercial vehicle, Northern State of Glen Cove Road, the shoulder is out. You know what? Let's get some visuals on that. See what the situation is. This is going to be right in here, I believe. That's west. Spot. That's out here. I get a feeling they probably have eyes on it. That's the only way I think they would know that it's on the shoulder. Come on. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Again, it's right in here. Not really seeing a horrible ride behind that. So just take that for what it's worth. There's the LIE here coming to 135. West on the far left. This is really the Northern State underneath it. I apologize for that. A little bit heavy-handed. This is at 135. Westbound is jammed heading away from us, so a bit of a parking lot there. And then both ways of the southern, pretty busy, essentially from the Meadowbrook all the way out through 135. More volume picking up here west on the LA and the Vets Highway than again into Deer Park Avenue. And as we make our way all the way out to the Hamptons, heading east is pretty busy. Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill into Bridgehampton. Let's head up to Connecticut now. Looks like we may have an issue on, drum roll please, it's going to be, I believe, on Route 8. I had to say around exit 13 going north. Looks like there's something going on there, but nothing reported here from our friends at CTDOT. But there is an incident on 95 north between 13 and 17, between 16 and 17, tractor trailer crash. Okay. Shelton, so it's a little bit further up off the Commodore Barry Bridge. Commodore Barry. The name of the bridge here. It's Commodore somebody. Somebody's Commodore. What's the name of the bridge? Come on, Smitty. Barry's going into Philadelphia. Oh, what is the name of the bridge here? Oh, gosh, anybody in the comments, please tell me. I just feel like I know what it should be. I'll remember it. I won't remember it till tomorrow. But it looks like there's no, it's just some delays here out through about exit 15. Okay, Google Maps. 18. Okay. So getting up into exit 15 is a little bit heavy. Oh, what is the name of this bridge? Commodore Hull Bridge? No. I just do it. I have to just do this for my own sanity. Commodore Hull Bridge. Look at that. Wow. Comes back to you. It's like riding a bicycle, friends, right? Got that one. Commodore Hull Bridge. Okay. But let's go to the cameras now. We want to focus in on that 95 crash. 1617 is where we are at. No, I want cameras. We want to go 1617. It's going to be here. There is 16. I think it's right in here. Just see, please click on the image to view this camera at a higher refresh rate, but nothing ever comes up. Let's see. So it's right in this area here, 16 and 17. So again, it is going to be a bit of a slow go for us this morning. So looking at good 10, 15 minutes worth of a delay here on this. See, why does it do that? I wonder why that does that. Oh, come on. I just lost my clock. Hang on a second. Okay. So yeah, so we are back to let's just see. We're back through about 11, 12. That area is a bit of a slow go here this morning. So again, just be careful here early on this Monday morning. Pardon me, I'm just trying to get my clock back. I've lost the clock somehow. I don't know why I've lost the clock. I just want to bring up the time. That's all. Because I don't know what time it is. I can't see it. 8:37. It looks like. I wish I knew how to do this. So I use the clock on the thingy here. Oh no! Stop. As you can hear. Had the clock there for a minute. That's what we want. Now I got it back. Sorry. I can't tell the time. So again, our delay is normal here on the Merida Parkway heading south into Route 7. And again, heading south in towards the Stamford area. Lower Westchester, Hutch, pretty busy both ways, getting out towards Weber Street, North Avenue. New England Thruway is good. East on 287. Starting to pick up more volume out through about exit 4. The Tappan Zee Bridge, we're fine. You know, all of the Hudson Valley, Rockland County, Orange County is good. 84, though, going west is a little bit heavy here as you traverse in towards 684. Let's go back to transit very quickly because I want to do a little special traffic here for Alexandra in just a brief moment. Hudson Bergen Light Rail. We've got from West Side Avenue to Tunnelly Avenue is canceled because of mechanical issues. Departure from Tunnelly Avenue to the West Side as canceled at Newport because of mechanical issues. Okay. Let's go to Path now. We'll check in there. Fresh numbers here this morning. Hoboken 33rd delayed now. Mechanical problems on a train at Hoboken. So look for that. We will go to the MTA. Show you what's going on here this morning. We've got some delays on the 6 train, 4, 5, and 6 running with extensive delays in both directions after FDNY extinguished track fire near Astor Place. 4 or 5 trains running on the local track between Grand Central 42nd and Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. So again, just give yourself a lot of extra travel time there. And northbound F&G trains are running express from Church Ave to Smith 9th Street while we address the signal problem at 7th Avenue. It's a bit of a tough ride on those subway lines there. Let's go to Metro North. Long Island Railroad is good. We've got some extra service now. Their new schedules are in effect with 7 new weekday trains on the Waterbury branch. So some good news for riders or drivers or whatever you want to call yourselves. Train riders. We'll call them strap hangers, as you used to say back in the day, right? On the Waterbury branch. So Alexandra, this is, let's just take a look at your commute here along Oahu. And again, we're 6 hours ahead, so it's only 2:40 in the morning. So we're in the overnight hours. But let me see if I can just bring up a couple of cameras here for you. I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to see here on the H1. Let's see what that does for us. Actually, that camera looks better than some of the New Jersey cameras. This is at Middle Street, the H1. So, yeah, 2:39 in the morning, and all is clear on the H1. It's amazing, that they have interstates, the H1, the H2, H3, but, they're not interstates because they don't connect other states. But for federal purposes, for funding and everything else like that, they have to be considered as an interstate highway. Trying to whoa. Let's just see here. That's let's just see here. Come on. Not by the airport, but this camera doesn't look like it's time frame. Let's just see here. This is Pearl Harbor. Got some cameras here out by Pearl, by Arizona Street. Definitely, if you can get out to the Arizona, it's something I highly suggest to do. Actually, Hawaii does a nice job with the traffic cameras. That's from who knows when. But there is a ton of them. We'll go up towards the north. I mean, once you get up towards this area, the Dole. Whoa. The Dole farm is really fun, especially when you get the Dole whip, like Ralph has at the creamery. It is so good. Oh my gosh, so good. It is just absolutely delicious. Mehula Parkway. I don't do traffic in Hawaii. You'll never get these names right, unless you're a local. They don't really have too many cameras here, but again, this is kind of the North Shore. Waimea Falls is really cool. Alexandra, if you're still with us, definitely do that. Schofield Barracks, Wheeler Army Airfield. And there's so much to do. This road here, this is 83, I think this is. Yeah, it goes all the way around the North Shore, comes around. There's some cool farms here that you can, you can certainly take tours to Kaloa Ranch. Royal Hawaiian Golf Club, and obviously out through Diamond Head, and obviously through Waikiki, all in here. So it is definitely a very cool spot to explore and enjoy a wonderful honeymoon. So we'll come back. We'll come about, what is this, 7,000 miles or so to the east, back to Long Island and the East End, right? You know, wonder what the mileage is from Montauk Point to Lanai on Kauai. What would that do for us? What the mileage is? 8:45 now is our time. Whoops, there it is. There it is. Oh, okay. Thank you for the special look at Hawaii. I'll definitely keep these recommendations in mind. Should you or anyone watching have any more recommendations after the show, happy to provide by email. Excellent. I will. Yeah, please do. Post that in the comments if you have any recommendations for Hawaii. And like I said, I'll find the name of that tour for you. And if you want to email me your email at the Tri-State Traffic Show at Gmail, tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com, we'll be in touch, and I'll pass it along some of that information. I just have to find it. That was probably, when was I in Hawaii? 6 years ago, I think it was. Yeah. So definitely pass that along to you. Let's go back towards our maps here this morning, and we'll come off of this. And just for fun, because it's relatively quiet here this morning, let's just do this here. Oh, come on. Nice City, Hawaii. Okay. Let me just, how do I get directions now? It's the next menu down. Let's see. Directions. Starting in talk. What's the mileage? Well, telling my flights, but I'm just trying to see if I can say what the mileage is driving. Sorry, can't calculate driving. Just want to know what the mileage is. Come on. Huh. Okay. Anyway, I digress. We've got to come back here to the Ridge Diner. Go see the Ridge. If you're in Park Ridge, please go see my friends, the Medanises. Nick Medanis, good friend of mine. His family owns the diner. Outstanding food there at the Ridge Diner on Kinderkamak Road. I believe parts of that is also James Gandolfini Boulevard. Actually, Paulie Wallet's just passed away this weekend. That was a bit of a surprise. Only 79 years old, along with James Caan too. So definitely be missed there for our Sopranos fans. Let's go to the weather now. Just looking at the clock. So we've got some golden sunshine all across the board here this morning. So we're in great shape here for a Monday. Nothing to really write home about terribly. It's just really in great shape. Temps now getting closer to 70 here across the board in New Jersey. Same thing in towards the five boroughs, between 70, 71 or so there. Let's take it out towards Long Island, also looking good, 71, 70. And as we make our way over to the Hudson Valley, again, a little bit cooler here into the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees, and pretty uniform here into the lower 70s in southwestern Connecticut. So we are looking at golden sunshine for everybody across the board. A little cooler out to the shore points, 77 in Cape May, 80 in Islip, down the shore, and also on the south shore of Long Island. Definitely going to be seeing definitely a lot cooler temperatures. Not by much, but maybe by 7, 8 degrees or so. But nice sea breeze coming off the water. But as you go west inland, looking at 88 in Cherry Hill, 87 in Freehold, 85 in Freehold, 87 in Trenton. Whoops, went the wrong way. Here's your weather threats for today. Nothing, just golden sunshine across the board. Possibly an evening thunderstorm for tomorrow. Wednesday is good. Next chance of storms are on Thursday. And Friday is looking good. Here's your exclusive 7-day weather forecast provided by Mr. Jon Rocco, our meteorologist in training. Make sure you join him on his Facebook and Twitter pages at Jon Rocco WX. on Twitter and Facebook. Again, today at 86, beautiful day. The evening thunderstorm threat tomorrow at 93, and sort of cook up 93, 91 on Wednesday. 85, another chance of storms there at 85 for Thursday. 84 on Friday and 85 for Saturday, and about 90 degrees here, and a chance of another shot of storms on Sunday. And we thank so much Jon Rocco for providing the forecast here this morning. I think Jon is going to join us on the broadcast from his weather center tomorrow, so that should be a lot of fun. Also, this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Darley-Newman.com, and you can watch your program on Amazon Prime, PBS Creates, as well as Wonder Woman Ovation TV's Journey. So definitely check out Travels with Darley. She gets that really local flavor, and she's filming her 10th season now in Santa Fe. Again, she has that program in Santa Fe. It's going to be on Facebook.com/Travels with Darley. You definitely want to head there to get some more information. It's against a live stream. I believe it's a live stream. Almost positive it is. It's called Cocktails and Cornbread. And that is going to be tomorrow evening at 8:30 Eastern time, because it's 2 hours behind for her in Santa Fe. And there is the program there. Again, Facebook.com/Travels with Darley. That's tomorrow evening at 8:30. So definitely check that out, with Chef Jose Fernandez coming to you live from the Four Seasons in Santa Fe. Darley rolling heavy. Very cool stuff. That's awesome stuff in the Four Seasons. Wow. I may have to check that out tomorrow evening. I think I may. Lots of fun there. So definitely check that out. Once again, Cocktails and Cornbread from Santa Fe. And if you're unfamiliar with Darley's show, let me just run a quick clip here. And this is from season 6. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring California's Central Coast at an elephant seal rookery.
Even I was surprised at what you can discover when you ask a local to guide you through a new destination.
Okay, this looks a little dangerous.
Yes.
Wild to be in an ice cave in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Maybe deep in your soul, there's a spot that remembers how it was back in the villages.
From a classic American road trip to a national park with presidential ties, we're exploring California, North Dakota, France, Virginia, and beyond on a brand new season of Travels with Darley.
Able Stever. I guess you gotta be a little hardcore to come out and do this trail.
North Dakotans are hardy people, and the Mattahay Trail represents that well.
It's fun. I'm not sure how I'm getting back. I'll just ride home like this.
So that's just a little slice of what you can find with Travels with Darley. Again, Amazon Prime, PBS Create, Wonder Woman, and Ovation TV's Journey. And again, this is her upcoming program tomorrow. So definitely head to Facebook.com, Travels with Darley, /Travels with Darley, and RSVP there with Chef Jose Fernandez coming to you live from the Four Seasons Santa Fe. All right. So again, that should be a very fun program about Santa Fe shooting her 10th season. All right. We are going to, let's see what we want to do. Oh, what do we want to do? 8:52 is our time. I got to get running here in just a few minutes. I have a meeting at 9 o'clock, and then I've got to head off to another meeting at 10. So busy here in the traffic center. All right, let's just run down the highlights for us now. Let's just go to the incident pages here instead of running through the maps for right now. We have this overturned dump truck, and this is coming right before the toll plaza. It's really coming off the northbound side, the exit ramp at 13 for the Goethals and Linden. So it's just before the toll plaza, but it's not really tying up traffic terribly. So just be aware of that. Sinkhole south here on 181 up by Sparta Avenue in Sparta Township. The right lane is closed, or no, the right shoulder is closed for some repairs. Let's take a look at the New York City incident list. We'll see what we've got cooking here this morning. Nothing other than LaGuardia Airport Terminal C. The parking lot is about 96% occupied. We'll take a look at the Long Island list now. Let's see. LI East out by 60 and 61. We've got the shoulder shut down there, and that's with a crash being cleared. Let's go to the Hudson Valley now. We'll run into some issues on the New England Thruway South. After 18B and White Plains, we've got some debris on the roadway, so look for that. And then the sprain, a crash with property damage, Dobbs Ferry Road. The shoulder is out of service. Let me just take a look at that New England Thruway situation. If that's really not really tying traffic up terribly here this morning. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page, I should say. Still have that crash closing up the right lane north on 95. Last update was at 8:53. So that's still shutting down the right lane 16:17, but we are delayed back through 11. So it's going to run you about 15, 20 minutes there. And then our normal delay is heading south here this morning. Let's just map that out for you briefly here in the next 5 minutes. Again, from 11 up to 16. And then this here is just some rubbernecking delays coming into that stretch here this morning. We will go to what it is here onto the 8 and 25 heading south. It's a little bit busy. Still pretty congested here on Route 8 off the Cumberland Hole Bridge as we get up in towards exit 18. Just some volume there south on the Parkway, 41 down to 38, and then heavier here from, I'd say, 14 down through just about exit 6. But, all in all, it's kind of our normal par for the course, just the concentration in our Queens delays, the Brooklyn delays. West on the Staten Island Expressway is fairly busy. Looks like we have a crash out by Victory Boulevard. Let's just quickly go to the cameras here this morning. Let's just check that out in real time, shall we? See what we've got cooking here on this Monday morning. There's obviously definitely something going on here at Victory. So we want to go now there. Anything, but that we do. There she is. There she is, Jim. Out by 440. So that's going west. Looks like the center lane is blocked. We've got NYPD Highway Patrol on scene. Looks like the one car is going to be up on the flatbed here shortly. But the damage is done here all the way back to just about Toad Hill Road. And the eastbound side seeing some rubbernecking getting in to the accident scene. So, tough ride there both ways of Staten Island Expressway out by Victory Boulevard. Let's see. I don't see anything else outstanding this morning. Let's take a look at our trains, shall we? Because we're going to wrap up here in about 2 minutes' time. Just the Hudson Bergen Light Rail, a couple of canceled trains there through Newport. Take a look at path again. I think Hoboken 33rd is probably still delayed, whether they got that train back in service to be still delayed there. Mechanical issues out by through Hoboken. Then we continue over to the MTA. We have delays in the 6, the F and the G trains here. F and G trains address still on problems at 7th Avenue, so look for that. The 6 train, again, by Astor Place, avoid that possible 4, 5, and 6. Avoid Lexington Avenue because of that earlier track fire. And the rails, everything is going to be on or close to schedule. Extra service on that Waterbury branch. All right. Well, we've had a action-packed show talking about the tri-states, also some Hawaii talk, one of my favorite places on the planet. And Alexandra, I will absolutely try to find some more information for you and get that over to you as well. We thank Auntie Anna for joining us here this morning, coming in from the Jersey Shore and Homedale by the Arts Center. So welcome to you. Have a fantastic Monday. And I will also check with Darlie to see if she has a program on Hawaii? I'll take a look at the episode list, and that's a great question. And I think Darley would do a great job with Hawaii. So with that said here, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for tuning us in. And we also thank Jon Rocco for the forecast today. We'll see him back in the Weather Center tomorrow morning. And we'll also see all of you back here tomorrow morning, starting sharply at 7 a.m. Yes, we'll be on at 7. I know it was a little bit late here this morning, but 7 a.m. for tomorrow. So have a magnificent Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.